doing a reaction video. Please follow me on my Twitter and Instagram and stay tuned till the end para sa ating first giveaway on our hashtag Road to 10K. Ang ating ngayong gagawin na reaction video is on a trending topic and many of you have requested, maraming nag-DM sa akin, maraming nag-comment din sa mga previous video ko na gawin yung ganitong reaction video. This is about Senator Trillanes. Meron nga bang basihan ang pagbawi ng kanyang amnestiya? Before I delve into this issue, I just have to say na I have nothing personally against President Rodrigo Duterte or Senator Antonio Trillanes. Hindi ako anti-Duterte. I believe that he is in this position for such a time as this. Honestly, hindi ko alam kung meron among the recent presidential candidates na magagawa yung nagawa niya with such political will. Kaya talagang banggain yung drugs, yung corruption, and even preserve our natural resources. But at the same time, let's not forget na tao lang din naman siya and he also has his policies and meron din siya mga pamamaraan na personally hindi rin ako sang-ayon. Meanwhile, Senator Antonio Trillanes is one of his most vocal critics. And I believe sa isang demokrasya, importante talaga yung kritiko at debate para mangibabaw talaga kung ano yung pinaka-best para sa mga mamamayan. Pero para sa akin, ito dapat ay gawin na may pagalang at may mahinahon na dialogo. While I commend him for his bravery, I believe that there were also several times na I think he has really stepped out of the line. Siguro din, before I continue, let's just give our leaders a chance. I do believe in my heart that our leaders, especially our president, is doing his best naman talaga to effectuate change in our country. Well, if from the onset, palpak na talaga yung expectation natin sa isang tao, then in a way, parang hindi rin natin binigyang halaga yung boses ng mayorya na siyang lumuklok sa kanya sa posisyon. So, back to the topic, umpisahan muna natin ano ba yung tinatawag na amnestiya. Babasahin ko lang. Amnesty is by proclamation of the chief executive with the concurrence of the Congress, and it is a public act. Amnesty is granted to classes of persons or communities who may be guilty of political offenses, generally before or after the institution of the criminal prosecution and sometimes after conviction. Amnesty looks backward and abolishes and puts into oblivion the offense itself. It so overlooks and obliterates the offense with which he is charged that the person released by amnesty stands before the law precisely as though he had committed no offense. So yun nga, yung amnesty is generally extended sa mga guilty of political offenses and usually yun yung sa mga grupo. And it is as if talagang absolute yung pagpapatawad sa tao na binigyan ng amnestiya. Unlike minsan sa pardon na meron pang mga conditions, yung amnesty may certain conditions din, depende rin sa law or sa proclamation na yun. Pero generally, it really kumbaga erases his past convictions and totally forgives that person who may or may not have been guilty of said political offenses. So how is it granted? Babasahin ko lang sa Section 19 sa pampitong artikulo ng Saligang Batas natin, 1987. Ito ay nagsasabi, ang Pangulo ay maaaring magkaloob ng mga palugit, pagpapagaan ng parusa, at patawad at maaaring magpawalang saysay ng mga multa at pagsamsam, pagkalagda ng pangwakas na hatol. Dapat din magkaroon siya ng kapangyarihang magkaroon ng amnesty sa pagsang-ayon ng mayorya ng lahat ng kagawad ng Kongreso. So again, it's given by the President and with the concurrence of the Congress. So yung presidential proclamation, siya yung nagsiset ng qualifications and requirements of obtaining amnesty. So dahil nga sa pagkasangkot sa dalawang kudeta noong panahon ni President GMA noong 2003 and 2007, si Senator Trillanes siya ay nakasuhan ng ilang political offense kasama na ang rebellion. In the case of Senator Trillanes, yung Proclamation 75 na nilagdaan ni dating Pangulong Aquino ang nagbigay sa kanya ng amnesty. Mismo ang proklamasyon ay pwedeng maglagay ng paraan ng pagbibigay ng amnestiya at kung paano rin ito mababawi. O kung ano man yung magiging basihan ng pagrebuka ng naturang naibigay na amnestiya. Sa Proclamation 75, hindi kasi nailagay kung ano yung magiging pwedeng grounds ng revocation ng amnesty. So let's go to the question first. Ano nga ba talaga ang naging basihan ng pag-revoke ng amnesty ni Senator Trillanes? I will just read from Proclamation number 572. Proclamation number 75 is declared ab initio because he did not comply with the minimum requirements to qualify under the amnesty proclamation. So yung sinasabi ditong minimum requirements ay hindi daw siya nagpasa ng application for amnesty. Ganito kasi yung sinasabi, babasahin ko lang. Sa proclamation number 572 kasi sinasabi na sa DND or sa Department of National Defense na circular, kailangan daw yung applicants ay mag-personally file and fill up the official amnesty application form and expressly admit their guilt for the crimes committed during the Oakwood Mutiny. So also, it requires that the applicants will recant all previous statements inconsistent with the requirement of admission of guilt. So, nasasabi din sa proclamation number 572 na si Antonio Trillanes IV did not file an official amnesty application form as per the certification dated August 30, 2018, na sinasabi daw doon na there is no available copy of his application for amnesty in the records. Also, in addition, sinasabi daw doon na he never expressed his guilt for the crimes that were committed on occasion of the Oakwood Mutiny, stating na sinasabi nila doon, hindi sila nag-admit na sila ay guilty ng mutiny and codita charges lodged against them. And also, he said that I would like to qualify that we did not admit to the charge of kudita or anything na inifile sa amin kasi we believe na hindi iyon ang nararapat na i-charge sa amin. So, despite daw sa kanyang denial and despite daw sa lack of application, he was still granted amnesty. That's why binabawi yung grant ng amnesty under Proclamation number 75. So, ang tanong ng marami, meron ba talagang karapatan si President Duterte na bawiin ang amnesty ni Senator Antonio Trillanes IV? Sa paniniwala ng karamihang eksperto sa batas, walang unilateral power si President Duterte na bawiin ang amnestiya. And I have to agree with them. If the concurrence of the majority of the Congress is needed to grant the amnesty, same would be needed to revoke it. Hypothetically, however, since Duterte has the supermajority in the Congress, and considering na si President GMA pa ngayon yung Speaker of the House, who Trillanes rebel against, getting the concurrence would not be difficult. It is also fair to point out that it has been 8 years since the amnesty was granted. And masasabi rin natin, this is really the first time, kauna-unahang beses, na binabawi yung amnesty na nag-grant na. This is such a unique case, sui generis, it's a case on its own. Just like actually the co-warrantor proceedings na inihain against former Chief Justice Sereno. The ball really is in the hands of the courts, specifically the Supreme Court, where Senator Trillanes is filing his motion. It is really up to them to decide on the legality of the revocation. At first glance, you would think na, ay, ano ba naman yan? Simpleng technicality lang naging basis na ng revocation. But if you check it, and if indeed missing talaga yung application, then it is substantial. But then, kung on the other hand, bakit si Trillanes lang? Kasi doon, 79 mutineers were granted amnesty. You would think na inisa-isa ba talaga nila yun? Lahat ng binigyan ng amnesty, chinek ba talaga nila if complete yung documentary requirements? And bakit si Trillanes lang yung nakitaan na wala nga siyang ganung requirement? But then, posible din nga naman. Nga siya lang yung hindi nakapag-comply. Pero it does raise dubious reactions na this is a politically motivated action. Also, for me, it is important to note na sa DND Circular number 1 na naging parang implementing rules and regulations ng amnesty, it is the DND Ad Hoc Amnesty Committee whether the applicants are entitled to the grant of amnesty under Proclamation number 75. Then, personally for me, kung meron ng irregularity, then this ad hoc committee should also be held liable. Kasi they were the one that determined that Senator Trillanes is qualified for amnesty. So, as of press time, ang DOJ ay nakapag-file na ng whole departure order as well as motion for the issuance of an warrant of arrest against Senator Trillanes for cases over the uprisings he led in 2003 and 2007. Currently, the senator is holed up in the Senate, impending perhaps sa issuance of his warrant of arrest. Kasi ano nga naman ba ang magiging basis ng warrantless arrest? That's also another legal question. The president also interestingly pointed out that Sol General Calida is the one who is spearheading the research against the case of Senator Trillanes. Trillanes, meanwhile, hosts press conference almost every day insisting on his innocence and also showing his proof na talagang nakapag-apply siya personally doon for the grant of the amnesty. Of course, others would argue na meron talagang presumption of regularity yung action ng executive branch ng government unless it is unconstitutional on its face or someone assails its validity, which in both cases would be in the proper courts. So yes, I have to say, I have my thoughts and opinions on this matter, but again, it is really up to the courts to decide. We shall wait and see and perhaps do another reaction video kung ano yung maging decision nila. And let me share to you the lessons I believe we should learn from this. First is, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Minsan nga talaga, your own medicine is a bitter pill to swallow. Ilang beses na kasing nagkaroon ng iringan yung presidente and si Senator Trillanes. And while the methods are sometimes questionable, in this case, parang ina-assert na talaga ng executive na stop bullying me. The second, which is applicable in all cases and not generally, I'm not insinuating that both parties don't have this. For all the statesmen, for all the policymakers, for all the game changers in our society, especially in the public service, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. I do believe in this, na yung takot talaga sa Diyos. And also, since you're such in a lofty position, it's hard to determine whose voice you should entertain or whose voice you should believe. And I believe with all my heart that the Lord really can give you wisdom on that. And kasi importante din na ganito the fear of the Lord, because accountability at the end of the day lies not just within man, but in the final judgment, which is before the presence of God. And sometimes people think that you can separate duty from morality or from government service, but I know that there is really a close correlation between morality and our actions, even in the public sphere. So that's my reaction video on the revocation of the amnesty of Senator Trillanes. So ending this on a more positive note, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting your thoughts, whether you agree or you disagree with me. And to say thank you and for our road to 10K, I will be having a guilt box giveaway. Simple lang ang mechanics. Just subscribe to my channel and then follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Tapos, comment lang kayo on this video, any comment with your Twitter and Instagram name. Also, I'll be having a Q&A soon, so please follow me on my Instagram and Twitter and post your comments there. I will be entertaining only questions from my Instagram or from my Twitter account. Subscribe below if you haven't already, just click the red button. Stay happy, stay positive, stay blessed. Bye!